Hola a todos, bienvenidos a Genshin Impact en vivo. Y empezamos un día más. Regresamos para acá porque tenemos las recompensas de la aplicación. Por acá tenemos la diaria, pues no sirve nada. Tenemos todo completo. Y bueno, vamos por Klee. Vamos a subir la última habilidad. Falta necesito 12. Entonces, comemos. Wow, este es bueno. Aguante.
The deception ends here. It all falls into place.
No. Necesito 11, entonces vamos a ver. Tantarán, acá consigo 2.
One heart, three plays. A grave trap. Like the dust. Flash as the moon. Divine light, shield them.
Dos. ¿Qué más tengo? Dos, 4 y con una cantidad está 5. Faltan 6.
Surge, renewed, converge. By the frost moon of old, receive my blood. Seek within. No more lies. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place. Be cleansed. Branch into song, flame. It all adds up.
Sí. Rápido. Entonces tengo 6, 7, 8, 9. Faltan Penitas.
Receive my blessing for the everlasting. The sky clear, the glade moon shines! Unseen tornadoes! Blade, lush as the moon. Without further ado,
Eh, 10, 11, 12. Penis. Nada que me salí. Ese Hichiru. El Hichiru. Dos minutos.
Ad Astra Abbot. Thank you for completing today's commit. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Acá. Y acá nos quedan cuánto? Últimos 10. Un minuto. Ah, pues vamos haciendo lo de Klee. Mientras tanto, sí. Y listo. Esto terminamos ya por fin subir Klee.
Bombs.
Pues que con 2000 de años. Aunque si la furia crítica rebaja y cosas, bueno, pero vayamos a la Relajatetera y vamos. Vamos a darle todo una vez. Sí, ya. Esto será la última semana. Tengo que hacer esto.
this realm is...
Oh, yes. Right.
If you ever have...
¿Dalia está en la casa? Parece. Puerto noreste, ok.
Hey! Is this where you usually reside? Looks like you've got plenty of space. It feels a little empty, though. Ever thought about inviting a few more people over to hang out, or maybe throwing a party? Sure thing. In fact, I've got just the story to share. As the deacon, I occasionally offer life advice. Recently, a couple approached me separately, each seeking my counsel. The husband, a handsome knight and excellent swordsman, was the owner of a treasured family heirloom, an incredibly sharp sword. Unfortunately, he lacked a suitably valuable sheath, so he usually kept it wrapped in a roll of cloth. His wife was a beautiful gardener with a passion for cultivation. Recently, her many years of hard work had finally paid off with the blooming of a rare and stunning flower. Unfortunately, having no greenhouse of her own, she had to keep the delicate flower at an associate's place. As the holidays approached, both husband and wife hoped to surprise each other with the perfect, thoughtful gift. As you may have guessed, the husband wished to present his wife with a greenhouse of her own. However, being of modest means, his only way to secure the necessary funds was by selling off his sword. The wife, on the other hand, wished to give her husband an exquisitely crafted sheath to go with his sword. Like her husband, she could only achieve this by selling away her most prized possession. Both of them came to ask me if they should make the sacrifice. Which would you have advised to go through with it? The quality of a knight's own swordsmanship is indeed far more important than that of their sword. So he should accept the loss and help his wife fulfill her dream. Still, if his wife ever learned that he had traded in his treasure for her dream, would she really be pleased to accept the gift? After all, you can always grow new flowers, even rare ones. But his sword was truly one of a kind. In either case, you could argue that trading in their treasure would be a huge mistake. There was no way to do them both justice. And ask them to hide their affection? Now, why would I do that? That would only have led to regret. No, this was a rare opportunity to encourage a pair of lovers to break the day-to-day monotony, embrace the festive spirit, and do something truly romantic. Isn't it obvious? I encourage both of them to make the trade-off. I suppose you think I gave them even more cause for regret, huh? Quite the opposite. If their real goal was to show the other how much they cared, then neither the sword nor the flower truly mattered. Just imagine the scene when they finally exchanged gifts with each other. I'm sure that made for a festival that neither one of them will ever forget. Hey, is this where you usually reside? Looks like you've got plenty of space. It feels a little empty though. Ever thought about inviting a few more people over to hang out or maybe throwing a party?
¿Qué quieres hacer?
Want to join me in some choir practice?
Eso suena muy bien.
Just so you know, in choir singing, there's no I, only we. The goal is perfect harmony, like how the sounds of the world all blend seamlessly into the wind. Still, self-confidence is important. Newcomers to the choir are often too shy or afraid to sing. Why don't we do some vocal warm-ups? Here, like so. La 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 la. La 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 la. I did give it some serious thought, but ended up deciding against it. Idols have to be able to greet their fans with energy and enthusiasm. Being kind by nature, Barbara's always happy to oblige. But I struggle to spend time with people I find boring, which just so happens to be most of them. And when it comes to those who bore me, all I can muster up is the bare bones minimum. So I prefer to stay on the sidelines, observing how Barbara lives up to people's expectations of an idol. I won't lie, I find that far more satisfying than being an idol myself. Wait, do you want to be an idol? We still don't have an idol from the Knights just yet. The honorary Knight of Mondstadt, now the first Knight Idol of the land. Just thinking about it makes me giddy. Just leave the voice lessons to me. You'll be ready to make your debut in no time. Aw, what's the harm in trying? Come on, just follow my lead. Yee-yaw, yee-yaw.
Welcome. Listo. Conjuntos interiores. Flings, I know. Y
Wow, nice! These chairs and carpets sure are familiar, but something's still missing. Can you guess what's missing? That's right, it needs more, I know! And that means I'll make sure to come around often to perfect your work. We'll play lots, okay?
Listo. Ya. Ineffa.
According to my memory banks, this was the style of ceiling I saw when I first opened my eyes. I have heard that some birds will imprint the first creature they see after hatching as their parent. Does this also apply to non-living things? That would explain why my cognition module has developed a special attachment to this environment. Assessing immediate environment. Residential area. Vast. Cleanliness. Excellent. No other cleaner bots detected. Query. How could such a large area be kept so tidy? Hypothesis. Occupant maintains exceptional housekeeping habits. I like it very much. It's spacious, unobstructed, and visibility is good. In other words, even at full speed, the risk of stumbling is negligible. Also, the weather is very fine indeed. Perfect for a picnic. If there's nothing else that needs doing, may I use your kitchen and cookware to make a batch of krumkake and cookies? It's fine. Resting will not improve my energy recharge rate. Moreover, engaging in appropriate social intercourse will boost the efficiency of future collaborations, while remaining idle confers no such benefit. In human terms, this can be described as building rapport. So, is there anything you would like me to cook for you? I will draw up the most efficient plan possible. I feel obligated to point out that without a clearly defined objective, my efficiency will suffer by around 15%. Ah, understood. I have made note of your requirements. In the future, when I engage in rapport-building activities, I will refrain from making efficiency-related suggestions. For now, I will review what we have in stock and cook. Whatever I feel like. Assessing immediate query. Most definitely. In fact, there is a question I wanted to ask you. Well, sometimes, when we receive visitors at the workshop, I am required to act as host. They are of various ages and have different personalities and occupations. I cannot always determine the most suitable topic of conversation. You have traveled far and wide and made many friends along the way. What do you talk about when meeting someone for the first time? I see. So, perhaps I should start building conversation banks based around different occupations? For instance, the Adventurer Conversation Bank might include well-paid commissions, rumors about secret treasure, intel on monsters, while the Merchant Conversation Bank might include the latest market headlines, recent consumer trends, store rental prices. This approach requires substantial data gathering up front, but the ability to converse with any visitor in their own domain of expertise would likely boost my socializing efforts greatly. It is an excellent suggestion. I knew you were the right person to ask. I have come to understand that the transition from casual conversation partner to friend requires an extended period of data transfer between the two parties. I believe the process of bridging this knowledge gap is typically referred to as getting to know one another, correct? Indeed. When I meet someone that I wish to understand more deeply, I will ask them the following. Can you tell me more about yourself? I am very curious. After gathering sufficient data, I can perform a more accurate assessment of the other party's personality and preferred modes of interaction. Then, I can adjust my conversation strategy accordingly. The process of getting to know another person is also a process of getting to know myself, as well as building rapport and friendship. I also hope to become a better version of myself along the way. Assessing a meat query. As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, there was an incident involving the stovetop at the workshop, and repairs are still ongoing. Apologies, but I will have to borrow your kitchen once again. If you wish. But first, I need to prepare some food for a little bird. Some days ago, a little bird injured its wing and fell to the ground next to the workshop. I noticed it while I was cleaning the house. I bandaged the wing and built a makeshift nest from some scrap material. Since it won't be able to hunt for the foreseeable future, I've also been preparing meals for it. Actually, I didn't know what to feed it at first. So, I adopted a trial and error approach by presenting 10 different foods to choose between. In this way, I discovered that it seems to prefer grains and fish over other sources of nutrition. Since then, I have been using those basic ingredients to prepare different meals for it every day. As long as I keep gathering data, I will eventually find out which dish is its favorite. Well, it's a way to communicate. Animals can't communicate with language like humans can. So, I thought I would try feeding it its favorite food. It's an alternate way to show that I care. It's definitely grown more reliant on me than when I first took it in. Now, when it sees me, it hops into my hand. But at the beginning, it seemed afraid of my metal fingers. It would curl up into a ball when I touched it. I think so too. It shows that even vastly different life forms can develop mutual understanding as long as you find the right way to communicate. It is no different with you and I. Every time we interact, I gain new data that helps me to understand you better. I will take you up on that offer. Next time, I would like to try cooking your favorite food based on the information I have gathered to date. Who knows if it will be a success? We will have to wait and see.
Oh, listo. Ahora sí. Nefer. Grande esta cosa. Listo, ahora sí.
You've really gone out of your way to replicate my humble little shop. What's more, without Ashru to rearrange them, the books on these shelves are a lot neater than the ones back in Nasha Town. You're wondering why Yehoda doesn't tidy them up? Ah, well, Ashru's too fast for her. She can't straighten them up as quickly as he can knock them down. Listen, I'm not one to begrudge people a little secret here and there, but this is taking it a bit far, don't you think? It's wonderful. There's simply nothing I could complain about. Well, except for the fact that it borders on being too comfortable. The urge to lie down and abandon my responsibilities is hard to resist. I can see that, but I'm afraid that's a foreign concept to me. Whether it's Nobcry or my far-off homeland, peace of mind doesn't exactly come with the territory. Quite the open book, aren't you? I can tell what you're thinking. What does she have to complain about? She just sends Yehoda to do her dirty work. I'm just messing with you. The most I got from that smile was that you're in a good mood. So what's the reason? Struck it big on a commission? Is that so? Well, then the little one needs to be trained well. I'm sure Aino could help if she needs specialized Paimon-sized cooking equipment. In any case, your travel companion finally agreed to start splitting the chores, huh? Aiming for a better work-life balance? You're preaching to the choir. Too bad I've got everyone in Nodcry, including my boss, gunning for the exact opposite. That said, save me a room here, just in case. Who knows, maybe I'll get a chance for a real break someday. And when that day comes... on second thought, better not say the last part out loud, or it won't come true. Listen, I'm not what, but this... Of course. What do you want to talk about? The wanted criminals in Nobcry with the highest bounties? The secret lingo of the black market? Or maybe... Oh, did you need to get your hands on some under-the-table armaments? Huh. That's not a normal topic for me. Not a lot of people come to me for a casual chat, so I'm not sure what to say. The commissions she messes up, how to salvage the commissions she messes up, what sort of commissions she'll mess up in the future, and other things, of course, like her paycheck, who needs to watch the storefront, who's going to feed Ashru. But I'm tabling that last one for now. Yehoda's too generous with the food, and Ashru's been getting chubby. I'm thinking about ordering a cat-sized hamster wheel from Aino to help Ashru slim back down. Friends? I've got plenty of those. Why? Interested in meeting some of these friends of mine? I can introduce you to them sometime. I am talking about real friends. These ladies and gentlemen are esteemed guests of the Curatorium. Our friendship has inspired many a generous financial donation on their side. It's a friendship that will remain unbreakable. Until they run out of Mora, at least. At the Curatorium, the line between guests and friends is a thin one indeed. After all, we deal in goods that cannot be seen or touched. There are no guarantees in a business like that. Without a solid friendship and the level of trust that comes with it, how could I convince my guests to part with their precious Mora? How indeed. I'll skip over the tricks of the trade. The most important thing is to find common ground. Shared hobbies or habits. A common friend. Or a common enemy. Similarities, you see, are the source from which friendship flows. And with a few nudges in the right direction, it can be nurtured into a rushing river. Of course, if you alone control the source, you alone control the entire river of friendship. And that means whether the river remains clear or turns muddy, flows freely or dries up, is all in your hands. Yes, I can see that. I'm sure that's part of what people find so endearing about you. Still, it's best to be careful. I've seen people bare their soul, only for it to be sold to the highest bidder. If you ever meet someone you can't read, feel free to ask me. I'll help you separate the loyal ones from the snakes waiting to strike while your back is turned. But don't worry. No matter how well hidden they think they are, they'll never escape my gaze. Listen, I'm not one to be, but this... This place is cut off from the outside world, right? Strangers can't just slip in and out? Perfect. I'm going to borrow a room to write a few letters. It's not every day I get to stay in a place that keeps its own secrets. I'd be a fool not to take advantage of it. You have no idea the lengths I go to keep my correspondences confidential. If there's so much as a fly nearby, I'll snatch it out of the air before I put pen back to paper. After all, my friends are watching my every move, fangs bared, just waiting for a chance to step on me to get to the top. Of course, none have succeeded, much to their own chagrin. The fall from grace can leave more than just a bruised ego in its wake. But even at rock bottom, some refuse to quit the game. I suppose I admire them, in a way. Not the sharpest tools in the shed, or the strongest, but they've got tenacity, I'll give them that. People like that don't often rise to the top, but they survive, and that's something. Well, I should get writing. Oh, and I might stop by this realm of yours from time to time, going forward. Ah, but commandeering a room like that was rather rude, wasn't it? If you'd like to collect rent, we can settle the bill every 3 months. How's that sound?
Se convirtió en negocio. Hay que ser Nefer. Ya veo, a mí no me... Todavía no me ha salido llevó. Ah, cha. Bueno. Entonces, sigamos. Lama. A jugar fue Relajatetera. De vez en cuando está.
This realm is if you ever have it.
stars above you shining, guiding you along. Hear the music in the forest as you make your journey home. When the nights are getting colder, and when you lose your way, feel my hand upon your shoulder, and remember you're not alone. The scent of summer wine on the breeze, the lantern soaring over the sea. Wherever we go, you need to know that as long as you are by my side, we'll never be far from home. For you light up every corner of the world. You fill the air with joy and life. So please, when you feel it's going wrong, just take a moment, cast your burdens to the wind, and listen as it sings you a song. Days that turn into
The furnishings may be simple, but they lend the space a warm and cozy air. As soon as I arrived, I felt completely relaxed. In fact, I feel more at home in places like this. Luxury and opulence leave me feeling awkward and out of place. It's just a shame there's nowhere to cook. Are you hungry, by the way?
you light up every corner of the world. You fill the air with
So,
joy.
this your secret base? Pretty spacious here, but I get a sense of comfort too, somehow. Suppose it's because I don't sense any danger here. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm very adaptable. Once, when my old man and I were pursuing the wild hunt to the northern lands, we accidentally stumbled into a domain. There were countless monsters inside. The veteran Ratnik and I fought for 3 days and nights before we finally found the exit and retreated. And despite all that, I managed to sneak naps in between enemy attacks. My old man said he thought I was scared stiff, seeing as how I'd fallen asleep before my eyes even closed. But here, I don't have to constantly keep an ear out for distant alarms, or be worried if the enemy will suddenly attack all night. I can get a good night's sleep. Only problem is, well, you've put me out of a job. Easy for you to say, but now that I can suddenly just relax, I feel strangely empty inside. And I can't help but wonder if I'll have trouble readjusting to the rhythm of a life of war. Nope, not really. Now that I think about it, I hone my combat skills to protect everyone, and study cooking to make food for everyone. I can't think of a single thing I do just for myself. Yeah, sounds like a good call. Well then, I'll treat your suggestion as my next job.
Hear the music in the forest as you make your journey home. When the nights are getting colder.
Por fin, terminó.
See the stars above you shine,
This realm is true.
guiding you along. Hear the music in the forest as you make your journey home. When the nights are getting colder, and when you lose your way, feel my hand upon your shoulder, and remember you're not alone. The scent of summer wine on the breeze.
If you ever have any questions,
Soaring over the sea. Wherever we go, you need to know that as long as you are by my side, we'll never be far from home. For you, every corner
The one before you is... Ah.
Bedroom too sleepless.
No.
The memories we share shine so bright. Wherever we go.
Phew. Organizamos. Y revisamos por acá si nos olvida pasa. Esto no nos importa. Ya vamos en la tercera semana. Completado. La música toca hacerla. Revisemos a ver si hay una anécdota por ahí. Entonces, por acá no hay nada. Por acá tampoco. Ah, mira una anécdota. Acá estás.
You can reach the main road from here. The road is wide, very wide. You won't get lost.
My thanks, child. As I recall, you live at the Boo Boo Pharmacy, yes? I've seen you in the city.
Yes, but my memory isn't good. I've forgotten you. Sorry for forgetting. I need to go gather herbs. Dr. Baichu is waiting, so I have to leave.
Miss Qiqi, please wait.
Goodbye. What an odd combination. Okay. Ugh, why are we being all sneaky anyway? There's no way we...
If you need medicine, Dr. Baichu is at the pharmacy. Please go there. I'm sorry, but I really did forget you. I really need to go gather herbs now. Goodbye.
How did this come to pass? Traveler, Paimon, do come out. You must have questions for me too.
Hey, ¿sabes que estamos aquí?
told you there was no way we could hide anything from Zubai. That said, why were you with Qiqi?
¿No sabes que de verdad te estás perdido?
No, I did not. I was looking for the right moment to meet with young Qiqi in private. Never could I have imagined that such an adeptus might exist. One with an adeptal body but no spirit to match. That absence must be the cause of her forgetful nature.
¿Qué pasó con la Qiqi?
I fear someone has already tried once before in secret. I am well acquainted with the arts involved in the sigil on her head. It is a spell that bestills the soul. Without it, Miss Qiqi's spirit would have been drained away long ago, turning her into an unfeeling, unconscious puppet. Spell work of the 3 deadly selves.
Wait a sec. You mean the sigil on her head involves similar techniques to the one you used?
¿Qué le pasó lo mismo que a ti?
Indeed. She has also had her 3 deadly selves severed. Having traveled with and observed her carefully, I perceive only 1 deadly self remaining in her present body. Although I cannot determine which one it is exactly, this self is also incomplete. It was shattered by an external force before being reassembled by someone through some intricate spellcraft. Though it might not necessarily be a person. Perhaps some Adeptus used their powers to pull Qiqi's soul together before, using sigils to stabilize and nurture it. Only she would know. It is no habit of mine to pry into others' personal affairs. However, I sense intense fetter within Miss Qiqi's body.
Paimon remembers. Back then, Qiqi inhaled so much fetter that she almost fell asleep.
I see. Since she was already bereft of spirit, the fetter entered her body like an invader into territory unguarded. Had the sigil not aided in stabilizing her soul, her spirit might have fled right then and there. But, though it held the fetter back, the sigil's adeptal power was also greatly depleted. Said sigil was already like water cut off from its source, once imbued by its creator with profound adeptal power. Barely a tenth of it remains today. And, with the fetter entering her body as you mentioned, I'm afraid the sigil's power shall soon be depleted. I suppose that explains the sudden arrival of 2 adepti at Bubu Pharmacy. They must have sensed something as well.
2 of them? You mean Xianyun and Madame Ping?
No, I would have known if it were them. The 2 I speak of were a bird and a deer who took the forms of human men before entering this city. Ah, so that is what they are called. Thank you, traveler. Since we are all here to aid Miss Qiqi, perhaps I should go and meet them. Yes, no time like the present, as they say. I shall set off shortly to pay them a visit at their abodes.
Paimon too!
Worry not, Miss Qiqi will be more than all right. Still, to see such a sophisticated version of the 3 deadly selves technique in action, who might it have been?
China, y cookie chino. Entonces vamos a Fontaine. Bueno, roster no apareció. Menos de que esté de viaje. Fukushino es en Inazuma, pero tampoco sale. Bueno, será dejarlo aquí. Salió dinero. Vamos por dinerito. Ah, mire.
chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.